They say children are a window into a world we adults have forgotten how to see. Their scribbles, which we often dismiss as pure imagination, can sometimes be a record, a warning, a map to the unexplainable. What happens when the imaginary friend isn't imaginary? And when the monster in the closet leaves behind a portrait? Today, we're going to open that window and peek into the darkness. These are 3 true stories of children who, through their drawings, revealed a horror no one was prepared to face. 1. The man who shouldn't have been there. It all started with this drawing made by a 6-year-old boy. At first glance, a happy family scene, father, mother, children, and even the family pets. A perfect image until your eyes scan the paper and find him. Behind the table, sitting on the floor, was a figure who didn't belong to the family. A man in black clothing with curly hair. When the older sister asked who it was, the boy's answer was cold and definitive. He said, "I can't tell." The parents thought it was just a phase, a fantasy, but the fantasy began to leave traces in the real world. One day, the sister found the boy in his room talking to himself. On the floor, candy wrappers no one in the family had bought. The mystery deepened. How was a 6-year-old boy on vacation at home getting that candy? Pressure from the parents didn't help. The boy shut down, guarding the secret of his friend. That same night, late at night, the sister heard voices coming from his room again. She ran, burst the door open, and reality materialized in the most terrifying way. Her little brother was at the open window, talking to a man outside. A man about to come in. The man in the drawing wasn't an imaginary friend. He was apparently someone real and truly dangerous, whose identity and motives were never discovered. 2. Portrait of a Nightmare. Imagine the terror of a mother and father woken up night after night by their 6-year-old son, always with the same horrifying story. He said a thing came out of his closet, walked silently to the foot of his bed, and just stood there, motionless, simply watching him in the dark. Every time, the parents would turn on the light, show him the empty room, the clean closet, but one piece never fit. The closet door, which they always made sure to shut, was always open. Exhausted and out of ideas, they had one last thought. They asked their son to draw what he saw. Maybe visualizing the fear would help him overcome it. What they received wasn't a drawing. It was the image of a nightmare, a misshapen creature with a face beyond description, a figure that would send chills down any adult's spine. But the worst part was in the detail. The boy said that sometimes, when the creature wasn't standing at the foot of the bed, he would see it outside the window, looking in. The family never solved the mystery. They ran from it, moving the boy to a room without a closet. The drawing remained as the only silent proof of the visitor that came with the night. 3. Diary of a Babysitter. Our last story is about a different kind of horror. It begins with Alyssa, a babysitter hired to watch over Rocco, an 11-year-old boy. Rocco was quiet, withdrawn, and had a strange obsession with toy weapons. The tension escalated when, one night, Alyssa woke up and saw the boy standing at her bedroom door, just watching her in the dark. The next day, curiosity led her into his room. On the floor, among several scattered papers, she found a small handmade book. The title on the cover made her blood run cold. The Babysitter. Page by page, Alyssa read a diary of hatred that turned into a murder plan. The first page described how much he hated her, ending with the sentence, "I think I'm going to have to kill her." The second showed a drawing of him grabbing a knife from the kitchen while she was distracted. And the last one, the most terrifying, showed Rocco standing next to Alyssa's bed, a knife hidden behind his back. The caption read, "She caught me watching her room. I have to be quieter next time." The horror left the page and stepped into reality when Alyssa, upon returning to Rocco's room, found a real kitchen knife on his nightstand. She called the parents immediately. Alyssa left that night, but the question remained, what grows inside the mind of a child to create such a code and detailed plan? A drawing can be a fantasy, but sometimes it's a portrait of reality, a reality we wish had stayed invisible. What do you think hides behind those lines? Share your theory in the comments.